Hello class, in this video I'm going to teach you the role of water, peranan air in showing acidity and alkalinity. Peranan air untuk menunjukkan sifat asid dan juga sifat alkali. Okay, before we learn about this chapter, I would like to thank these three students in 4 Gemilang, your class, for producing this very attractive poster. Okay, last class I have asked your friends Carl and then Vanessa and also Emerald to produce posters about the uses of acids and alkali in a few fields such as agriculture, industries, medicine, or food industry. So let us look at the poster created by Carl. Carl created a poster about acid base or alkali that is found in medicine. Okay, dalam bidang perubatan. Look at this here. There are 4 types of acid shared by Carl. Okay, the first type of acid is sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid. Okay, sulfuric. So sulfuric acid can damage the cancerous cell DNA. Hence, it is used to manufacture drugs, chemotherapy drugs, untuk membunuh sel-sel kanser. Sulfuric acid is used as ingredient in skin ointment to treat skin infection such as cancer sores. So sulfuric acid juga digunakan dalam ubat-ubatan ataupun sapuan pada kulit lah. Okay, yang kedua, hydrochloric acid. Carl shared that hydrochloric acid used to protect the stomach lining as well as help to break down, digest food such as calcium. Hydrochloric acid digunakan untuk mencernakan makanan seperti kalsium. Okay, and then other than that, Carl also shared that hydrochloric acid helps to kill harmful stomach bacteria and viruses, and hence reduce the risk of several infections. That's the second one, not second type of acid that is used in the medicine field. Okay, the third type of acid, nitric acid, is useful of removal of skin warts. And the fourth type, acetic acid, can be used as antiseptic against pseudomonas. Okay, all of these are bacteria. Okay, and in microorganism. Thank you very much, Carl, for sharing. 4 types of acid can be found in the medicine field. Next, we go to Vanessa. Also shared the same field, which is the medicine field. Number 1, sulfuric acid. Okay, also about sulfuric, used as an ingredient sebagai bahan in skin ointment dalam sapuan kulit to treat infection on skin. Okay. Yang kedua, used as an antacid to relieve the indigestion and sour stomach. Ini adalah base. Okay, base digunakan untuk relief sakit perut lah, sour stomach kerana gastrik. So base that is used for ubat gastrik adalah magnesium hydroxide. Yang ketiga, alkali. Alkali, hydrotelside, an antacid indicated in the treatment of heartburn and excess gastric acid. Thank you very much, Vanessa, for sharing about acid, base, and alkali in the medicine field. And last but not least, I thank you, Emerald, because she shared about the agriculture field. So let us look at what she shared here. Now, plant grow best at pH 7. Yes, natural. Okay, neutral. If the soil is too acidic ataupun alkali, plant may grow badly. Therefore, chemical can be added to the soil to change its pH. So what are the chemicals found in the soil? Number 1, sulfuric acid. Number 2, limestone. Sulfuric acid if the soil is too acidic, too alkaline, the alkalinity is too high. And then limestone is used when the acidity is too high. Base. Calcium hydroxide is used to neutralize acid in the soil. So if you see hydroxide here, you know that this is a type of base. Thank you very much, Emerald, Carl, and also Vanessa, for sharing about the different types of uses of base, acid, and alkali in two types of fields. Okay, so today we are going to learn about the role of water in showing acidity and alkalinity. Apa peranan air untuk menunjukkan sifat asid dan sifat alkali? Look at the conversation over here. Mom, why is the new soap taken out of its box not slippery? Kan, if we take out a soap from a box, tidak licin kan? And then the mother said, try to add some water and rub the soap. What do you feel now? It's slippery, Mom. Nah, see, when the soap is in soap form only, dalam bentuk sabun saja, solid, tidak ada air, it's not slippery. You don't feel the basicity. Kamu tidak boleh rasa dia punya, tidak boleh tengok dia punya sifat-sifat alkali. Tapi bila soap itu, sabun itu sudah ditambah dengan air, okay, biarpun sikit saja air, you will feel that it's slippery. Di sana itu sebenarnya adalah ciri-ciri untuk alkali. Sudahlah. Okay. So based on the conversation, why is the water added to the soap? Is water needed to allow acid or alkali to show acidic or alkaline properties? Perlukah air supaya boleh membenarkan asid dan alkali menunjukkan sifat-sifat keasidan dan juga kealkalian? Okey, jawapannya memang perlulah. So, untuk memahami kenapa air ini perlu, okey, kita mesti memfahami this experiment 6.1. This one is in your textbook, page 131. After you listen to this video, you need to copy this lab report and you need to do the lab report as well. Okay. Now, the aim for this experiment is to study the role of water in showing acidic properties. Apa peranan air dalam menunjukkan sifat-sifat asid? Problem statement, is water needed? Perlukah air to allow an acid to show its acidic properties? Perlukah? Hipotesis dia, andaian awal dia adalah water is needed. Water diperlukan for an acid to show its acidic properties. Memang perlu. So what are the variables? Okay, presence of water. Ada air dan tidak ada air. Itulah yang dimanipulasi. Responding, color changes on blue litmus paper. You know that if we want to test an acidic properties kan, we use blue litmus paper. What will happen at the end of the experiment is the blue will turn to red. Sebab ada asid hadir. So responding tu adalah we use blue litmus paper. Tengok perubahan warna. Apa yang tidak boleh berubah? Variable apa yang you cannot change? Yang fix adalah type of acid lah. Okay. Material needed. Solid oxalic acid, distilled water, and blue litmus paper. Apparatus, ini jenis dia punya acid, oxalic acid. Apparatus, we just need a test tube and test tube rack. Test tubes, okay? Okay, apa yang kita perlu buat adalah macam begini. Add a spatula of solid oxalic acid in a test tube. So this is your test tube, and then add a spatula of oxalic acid. Kamu tuangkan, okay? Add a spatula. Spatula kan yang sudu dalam makmal tu kan? In a test tube. So this is oxalic acid, C2H2O4. Dalam bentuk pepejal, solid. After that, insert a dry blue litmus paper into the test tube. Okay. Now you have blue color lah kan di sini. Okay, this blue color ini adalah oxalic acid lah dalam bentuk pepejal. Dalam bentuk pepejal lah. So dia mesti pepejal. Bulat-bulat lah kan. Okay. This is just to let you imagine how it goes. And then you take the blue litmus paper. I will draw here by using a light one. Okay, you put the litmus paper in here. Is there any changes? Will there be any changes? Sebenarnya, kalau tiada air, actually tiada perubahan tu. Okay. Observe any changes to the color. Record your observation. After that, add 2 cubic centimeter of distilled water and shake well. Okay, after you do the first experiment, first test, which is using the blue litmus paper, you see, ada perubahan kah tiada? Kalau ada, you write here. Kalau tiada, just no color changes. Just write that. Okay? After that, add 2 cubic centimeter of distilled water and shake well. Observe any changes to the color. So, Kalau kita sudah tambah air, what will happen is, kalau dia tambah air adalah the blue litmus paper will change to red color. Itu I will show you the video in a while. And then, okay, let's interpret the data here. This one is quite easy sebenarnya. State the change in color of the blue litmus paper that is used to detect. Apa perubahan warna blue litmus paper? Change to red kan? So you need to write the answer. Based on observation, state a suitable inference. Inference maksudnya apa andaian awal kamu? Apa kamu punya kesimpulan awal? Okay, inference dia. Kenapa begitu? Kenapa mesti menjelaskan kenapa itu biru? Why the blue color of the litmus paper can change to red? You need to answer your observation. Inference sebenarnya adalah answer to your observation. Ingat tu inference is the answer to your observation. So you saw that the blue color changed to red kan? So why is it like that? Because there are water. There are presence of water. Okay, that is the answer. What are the condition needed for an acid to show its acidic property? Apa dia punya keadaan yang diperlukan? We need water. Okay, just like the girl here. You see, bila sabun dalam keadaan solid, tetap sabun. Tapi bila dia sudah tambah dengan air sedikit pun, sudah menunjukkan sifat-sifat alkali. So we need water to show the properties of the acid ataupun alkali. Okay. So is the hypothesis acceptable? What is the conclusion? Let us look at the hypothesis again. Water is needed for an acid to show its acidic property. Yes, this is accepted. Sememangnya air diperlukan untuk menunjukkan sifat-sifat dia. Okay, so you answer the discussion over here. Remember, you need to prepare a complete lab report. Okay, you can search a lot of videos actually in the YouTube as well. Okay, I will attach some video of this in the Google Classroom folder. Okay, you just watch the video and then you can answer the experiment, the discussion, the conclusion, the interpreting data. Okay, so let us look at the notes over here. Acids only show acidic property in the presence of water. Nah, acid hanya menunjukkan sifat acid kalau ada air. When an acid is dissolved in water, what will happen sebenarnya? Acid molecules will ionize to produce hydrogen ion. Still remember? Contohnya HNO3. This is nitric acid. When nitric acid dissolved in water, it's going to ionize to become hydrogen ion and also nitrate ion. So tengoklah, ada hydrogen ion. Sebab boleh mengion di dalam air, mesti ada air syarat dia. Okay? The presence of hydrogen ion allows the acid to show its acidic properties. So acidic properties sebenarnya all comes from this ion, H+. Kenapa H+ boleh muncul? Sebab ada water. Barulah the acid boleh kasih keluar, boleh ionize into H+ and also NO3-. Therefore, blue litmus paper changes to red. Perubahan warna. Without water, solid oxalic acid only exists as molecule. Tiada air, so it's going to remain as a molecule saja. Hydrogen ion are not present. Thus, the color of blue litmus paper remains unchanged. So the explanation for the activity here, experiment 6.1, is actually already here. Please do the lab report, answer all the question over here, okay? I will attach the video and you can refer also. Let us look at this literacy tips here. Reflect on the properties of acid. You have learned this in lower form. Sour taste, acid rasanya asam kan, macam lemon. Corrosive, menghakis. Has pH value less than 7. Ialah 1 until 7 adalah acid, 7 neutral, 8 until 14 adalah alkali. Changes moist. Mesti moist, mesti lembab. Kalau dia tiada air, tidak lembab. Tidak lembab, tiadalah perubahan warna. But if ada water present, then the blue litmus paper can change to red. Okay, so that's the role of water to show the acid property. Let us look at this experiment 6.2 over here. The aim for this experiment is to study the role of water in showing alkaline properties. So in this experiment sama juga kita mau tengok apa peranan air untuk menunjukkan sifat alkali. Perlukah air? Problem statement. Is water needed to allow an alkali to show its alkaline properties? Perlukah? Jawapannya memang perlulah. Okay. Hypothesis. You need to make a suitable hypothesis for this experiment. Based on the experiment 6.1, actually, you can create your own sentence sudah. Okay. Water is needed for an acid to show its acidic property. Itu untuk acid punya eksperimen. Tapi untuk alkali, you just change the word acid to alkali. You change the acidic to alkalinity. Begitu. Okay. So you refer to experiment 6.1 and then you need to complete 6.2 punya experiment. Okay? Look at the experiment over here. You are needed to write down the variables as well. So I believe according to the experiment 6.1, you already know how to write your variables in 6.2. Kan? Okay. Method to test the alkaline properties of sodium hydroxide. Ini adalah sodium hydroxide pellet. So you know what to write lah kan? Dia punya bahan dan radas. Okay? Dia punya bahan dan radas, materials and apparatus. Apparatus is we still use test tubes and we still use test tube rack lah. Materials. Ini kalau acid, tapi kalau alkaline, look at the picture just now. It uses natrium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide pellet. Okay, pellet tu macam keadaan macam solid lah, macam ubat. Pellet lah. Okay. Now, ini no water. This one ada water. So, I guess kamu boleh fikir sudah ni kan sebenarnya macam mana untuk tulis dia punya materials and also apparatus. And procedures pun I don't think it will be a big problem for you. You can do the procedure according to the 6.1. Observation, record your observation. If there's no water, what happened to the color of the red litmus paper? If there are water present, what will happen to the red litmus paper? So record in a table. Refer to 6.1. State a suitable inference. Apa inference dia? Based on observation. Kan just now I told you, inference adalah kamu punya jawapan untuk observation. Kenapa ada perubahan warna? Why is it changing from red to blue? Apa inference-nya? Sebab ada kehadiran air. Because there are water presence in the experiment. Macam begitu. What is the condition? Apa syarat of the litmus paper needed to detect alkaline properties? Mesti mau ada apa? Ini kamu semua tahu sudah ni kan. I'm not going to tell you the answer. But I believe you can do all of this on your own. Prepare a complete lab report after the experiment. Okay, don't worry, buka sekolah nanti we will for sure do this because this is experiment wajib. Okay, now let us look at the notes over here. Alkalis only show alkaline properties. Alkali hanya menunjukkan sifat alkali when they are dissolved in water. Without water, hydroxide ion in the sodium hydroxide pellet cannot move freely and are still tied in its lattice structure. Apa maksud dia di sana? Macam begini. NaOH, when it dissolve in water, there will be sodium and also hydroxide ions present. Okay? So, apabila ada hydroxide ion, inilah ion yang bertanggung jawab untuk menunjukkan sifat kealkalian sodium hydroxide. This is the ion that is responsible for it to show the alkalinity. Okay, kalau tidak air, it is still in lattice structure. Lattice structure tu adalah contohnya seperti ini. Dan masih lagi dalam keadaan pepejal yang all the atoms are held together by the strong forces of attraction, begitu. So, the pellet of sodium hydroxide does not show alkaline properties. Kalau tiada air, it will not show. Tidak akan show. The red litmus paper cannot change color sebab dia tidak moist because no water. When a pellet of sodium hydroxide is dissolved in water, so apa yang ada? hydroxide ion are produced like this and able to move freely in water. Thus, sodium hydroxide solution shows alkaline properties. Bolehlah because ada air. Bila ada air adalah ion-ion OH. Bila ada ion OH adalah sifat alkali. Begitu. Hence, the moist red litmus paper can turn to blue color. So, the presence of water also enable ammonia gas to ionize and produce hydroxide ion. Ammonia pun boleh. Okay, I told you in our last class, ammonia ka, alkali ka, ada kuat, ada lemah. Ammonia is a type of weak alkali and sodium hydroxide is a type of strong alkali. Okay. Now, therefore, the moist red litmus paper can also turn to blue kalau ammonia. Okay. Kalau ammonia ada kehadiran air lah, presence of water. Without water, ammonia gas only exists as molecule. Kalau tiada water, masih dalam bentuk molekul. Dalam molekul ada ion? No, there are no ions here in the molecule. Hydroxide ion are not present, so red litmus paper remain unchanged. So, fahamlah di sana apa kepentingan kehadiran air. I will attach a video, don't worry, in your Google Classroom instruction. And you can watch the video to enhance your understanding. Look at the literacy tips here. Reflect on the properties of alkali that you have learned in lower form. Tastes bitter. Pernahkah kamu makan sabun? Pahit kan? And feel slippery. Licin. Corrosive. Menghakis juga if it's too strong. Contoh, sodium hydroxide. Jangan main-main. If you accidentally drop this 5.0 mol per decimeter of sodium hydroxide on your hand, memang corrosive tu terhakis juga. Has pH value more than 7. This one you know already kan? 8 until 14 is for alkali. And changes moist, lembab, red litmus paper to blue. So that's all that you are going to learn today about the role of water. Peranan air untuk menunjukkan sifat acid and also alkali. I hope you can understand. And please do the lab reports. There are 2 lab reports. And also this one, test yourself 6.1.